Gus and I are going to be talking to you about nits, head lice. They are a total pain. Most children get them at some point in their life, but a lot of people don't know how to properly get rid of them. So today we are going to show you how we do it. So I've got a few things to show you. I have got some Lice, I've got some Headrin, and I have got some tea tree oil conditioner. I have found that these products don't work brilliantly. A lot of the nits seem to be immune to them, and I have treated my children with these products, and after the recommended time, so this is 10 minutes and this one is an overnight treatment, but this says it kills them in 10 minutes, and I combed their hair out after 10 minutes. It was probably more like 15-20 minutes and they were still alive, which is horrible. So it hasn't worked brilliantly for us, those products. However, I have found tea tree oil shampoo and conditioner has been really good. I also start with just a basic bog standard nit comb, which you can get from any chemist. So Gus, just sit on Mummy's knee here, and this I use to detect whether they have got head lice. Particularly on blonde hair, it's really difficult to see whether they've got them. Head lice are the size of a sesame seed, so they are really, really tiny. The nits, which are the eggs, are the size of a flake of dandruff. So you're really looking for a needle in a haystack. But these are quite good because you have got the thin, tiny, fine cones and then the slightly thicker ones. But you can brush through, and you do need to get quite close to the skull because they sit up there, and then you can actually see them on here when they've got head lice. Gus doesn't have head lice at the moment. I wasn't going to give my children head lice to do this demonstration, so we're just going to pretend that he does. So I would comb through to detect whether he does. Then maybe use one of those products. In the past I have, but if they were to have head lice today, I would actually smother their hair in the tea tree oil conditioner, and then I would use a nitty gritty comb. Now I detect with those because you can see them on here. On the nitty gritty you can't see them as easily to spot whether they've got head lice. I find these are really close together, but they work really well to actually get the nits out. So that's the eggs as well as the lice. I then have some loo roll because I think it's really important after you have combed through like this to then clean it. And when it's smeared with conditioner, it's actually really easy to wipe out. So you've then got your head lice here. They will be alive, so I then put that straight into the loo. And I work from, so I'll divide the hair. Here, Gus, let's just divide your hair. Divide it in half, and then I will start at the front and I will do this half of his head, combing through and wiping. Combing, good boy, keep your head straight. Combing through and wiping like that. And I'll do this section, and then I'll turn him around and I'll do this section, and then I shall wash his hair. It's really important that you treat all hairbrushes, hats, towels, pillowcases. You don't need to strip the whole bed, but head lice are really difficult to kill. Washing your hair doesn't kill them, and a hot wash in the washing machine will kill them. Sort of boiling water over hairbrushes will kill them, but they are quite difficult to dye, unfortunately. Now, with the nit combing, you have to do it to start with, I would do it every day for at least 4 days, and then every other day for 14 days. The life cycle of a nit is from laying the egg to hatching between 7 and 10 days. So if you detect and comb, you then have to keep combing because those eggs will be hatching the whole time. So if you just treat them once and go, they're going to come back. So you've got to keep combing on a regular basis I do 14 days, because then you know that you're safe and you're not going to be passing them on to anybody else. So Coco has got really long hair, so I make sure when she goes to school or on a play date or anything that it's tied back. Nits cannot jump, they cannot fly, but if we were to do that, they would crawl across from head to head. So that's how they're transferred. And also, I have made this. So this has got lavender and tea tree oil, and it's a spritz, and Nits hate lavender and tea tree oil. So it's like a repellent. So every morning before they go off to school and they brush their teeth, as they're leaving the house, I give them a spritz of this when I know that there are nits at school. And that has worked really well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And it doesn't smell bad. And nobody would know that they've got it on. But this is a brilliant little trick I have learned. So I hope that you have found today's video helpful, and thank you, Gus, for being such a good model. But any questions, do ask, because I have learned quite a lot about head lice and nits over the years. So I hope you found it helpful.